Please, can you all be on stand? Please, can we give them a round of applause once again? I want to assure you something today, because like you said, it's the first experience, first conference that will be coming up in Nigeria, which is the gathering of students in leading them in a tech way. This is the 1.0. Standing on behalf of my boss here, I'm going to see you after this program, and definitely I can say the Ondo State House of Assembly will be partnering come the 2.0. Thank you very much. You can have your seat, please. So, like I was saying, I will encourage us all, because in tech, it's being diversified. Like you can see, we have digital marketing, we have UI UX, we have web development, we have hackathon, which I'm looking at here, a lot more other tech designs. So I will employ us all, just find a particular space that you know that you can function well. It's not about participating today, but it's about tomorrow. If you know that you can easily function in digital marketing, being affiliated, being social media, whatever you know it is, key into that. That even after your training under this conference, you'll be able to do well for yourself. And if it has to be web development, please key into it. I want to tell you that it's not about the starting point, but it's about where it will take you to tomorrow. If you believe in yourself and in your future, please give yourself a round of applause. Before I drop the mic, I will also want to reach out to the organizer that I would like to be part of the student and also volunteer in one of the programs we have here today. I'm sure you will welcome me. Thank you so much, and God bless.
People are not clapping. Sincerely, in case there is item 7, none of you will collect anything. If you like, don't clap. It's your problem. I wanted to say amen, but I discovered that there might be Muslims here too as well, so I can't be selfish of my own religion. Thanks so much, Honorable, for that wonderful speech, and thanks for committing yourself to us for TechXcellence 2.0. So TechXcellence 1.0 already has its first success. So before we go further, let me introduce you to some of our guests, speakers, and panelists that will be present in this program today. Now, we'll be having Miss Blessing Oladele, who is a CEO at the Digital Millennial. She is a digital marketing expert who started in geophysics, but found a passion for design and marketing. She has trained thousands in digital skills and currently works for NIIT. Blessing is also committed to helping young people through mentoring and the Rotary involvement. So she is here with us today. Please, can we clap for her as well? I'll be calling her up stage very soon, but I also want to introduce one of our speakers too as well. I don't know. His name is Ogoronti Moses. He is the co-founder at Travella Points IHO. I think that, well, not seen clearly, sorry. And he's an entrepreneur and a supporter of innovation. As well. I wanted to introduce Spirit Philip again, but I know we have met him before. But let me do a valid, full introduction of Spirit Philip. Now, here is the thing. Philip is a digital marketing guru with over a decade of experience. Spirit is also a blockchain enthusiast. He excels at crafting, winning marketing strategies, and captivating content, while also leading the way in Nigerian blockchain development. If many of you have heard of his involvement in that, you should know more about that. With a design background, Philip adds a creative touch to everything he does, and his leadership skills inspires future generations through Spent Academy and co-founded projects. And Philip as well is the CEO at Spent Digital Labs. So once again, give Philip a clap. Now to our panelists, we have Oluwatobi Bayo David. He is an experienced creative based in Ondo City with over a decade of experience working with Nigerian and international clients. He has successfully branded numerous businesses, including Distinct Africa, Flymate Varsity, X-Not Logistics, Mukeke Frozen Foods, Tiara Mart, Perennial Supermart, and Rich Pastures International, amongst others. His expertise lies in brand development, bringing creativity and innovation to every project. Trust me, if you are going to be a part of his panel, you're going to gain a lot. So please, ladies and gentlemen, can you give a warm clap to Oluwatobi Bayo David? Also, one of our panelists is a very close friend of mine and a brother. I know he's not in the house right now, but he will soon be in the house, ladies and gentlemen. His name is Biodun Bamigboye. He's a Nigerian tech entrepreneur. He co-founded Innovate Limited and created a portal net, a school management system that benefits underserved communities. Biodun has experience working with international clients and uses his accounting background to navigate the business aspects of tech. Trust me, this is just a minute fragment of a lot of things about Biodun Bamigboye. And I'm very sure of the fact that if you are a part of the segment, you are going to enjoy a lot of things in this particular program. Biodun is not in the house, but in his absence, can we please give a clap of excitement to his... Finally, we have, and I saw him enter recently. I don't know why we have many Davids amongst our panelists. I'm saying David here, David there, David here, David here, David there. Are we in a praise session? So, Dr. Muyiwa Oluwatobi David is a health tech innovator, skilled in graphic design, software engineering, and web development. He founded Global Med Technologies Limited and MedWaka, a health and emergency management platform, impacting thousands of students through volunteer projects. Muyiwa holds key positions at the University Co-Creation Hub and IVE Technologies Support Limited, and has received the British Council Innovator of the Year Award twice. Agba, I respect you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, can you give a rousing welcome to Dr. Muyiwa Oluwatobi? Thank you very much, sir. So, let us progress to one of our lectures for today. Ladies and gentlemen, I had introduced her before, and she's here to give us our speech. Ladies and gentlemen, can we make welcome the CEO at Digital Millennial. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome Miss Blessing Oladele. You can do that standing, please. Keep clapping now.
It's so exciting to be here. Good afternoon, everyone. I didn't get the Tech Excellence. What was the other response? Maximizing Technology, all right. So who is excited to be here today? So when I say tech excellence, what am I expecting back? Are we cold? Are we hungry or we are tired? We are young people here. We should be excited. We are in our youth. This place should be bubbling with excitement and all that. So when I say tech excellence, what do you tell me? So I want to hear it from resounding youth, right? Tech excellence. We are coming up. Tech excellence. Tech excellence. All right, thank you so much for having me here this afternoon. I want to thank the convener, Spirit Philip. Thank you so much for putting this together. I wanted to put a round of applause for him, celebrate him. If you have never been a visionary, you won't understand what it means, what I mean by celebrating him. So I want us to, with understanding, because it is not easy to conceive an idea and then bring it to fruition. There would have a lot of challenges, a lot of self-doubt, a lot of challenges surrounding it, but we are here today, which means tech excellence is happening today in spite of all odds and all the challenges, sleepless nights. You can ask him, have you slept in how many days? You would have been thinking, picturing, and worrying, is it going to happen? Is this going to flop or not? Because when you have a vision, it happens like that. And for the fact that this is the first edition, you will be picturing, because if you have done it before, you can rest from a reference point. You understand that people turned out, and this turned out excellently. So I can use that as a reference point that the next one is going to be, right? But if you are now conceptualizing something for the first time, and then you're wondering if it's not going to flop, and we are here today, and we are going to celebrate it. So let's rise up on our feet. Am I bothering us? So let's celebrate the grace of God upon his life and appreciate him. All right. So thank you very much. Let's have our seat. So to the volunteers and everyone, thank you for believing in the vision, and thank you for being here. I'm not going to do the regular slide because my life is not a regular one, right? People probably plan their lives, everything organized. My own did not happen like that. My life is not organized. So I'm not here to tell you by the books because I'm a product of grace. You know, I'm not going to cry, but I finished from FUTA 2014, studied applied geophysics. But before I graduated, I'd always known that I'm just doing this course to graduate, and then I'm going to do what I want to do. How many of us are already in their shoes? Don't lie to yourself. Your parents are not here. You already know that. How many of us are in their shoes? All right, so I'm here because of you tonight. I used to be a very brilliant child in secondary school, carrying first, so they assumed they wanted me to study medicine. So when UI didn't give me admission, my uncle advised me to enroll in FUTA, that there's this course. So they took me in for applied geophysics, not knowing what was ahead of me. I love maths, I love physics. I've never failed maths, I've never failed physics. But I wish that the educational system in Nigeria understood people's strengths, right? Understood people's weaknesses, so that we can assign people to the places where they are best fitting in. And that's the reason why Tech Excellence is here tonight, right? It is to reshape you, because some of you are here, you are doing a course you are displeased with. You are currently not really happy with the results your life is turning out to be because of the course that you are doing. But you wish you could have made a different decision. So now Tech Excellence is giving you that leverage. And the leverage is that you can change your life around. You can turn your story around. And that leverage is tech. See, with tech, you can turn your life around in a year. You can change your story in a year. It doesn't matter how. Do you know why I'm here? I joined into tech at 30. Yes, I started digital marketing fully at 30. So that I'm here today is to let you know that you are young. You have more leverage than I did. So don't waste your younger years in indecision, because if I had started younger, I won't be here. Are we following me? Because I said I came here, I'm not doing the regular slide because they asked me to do a slide, I did the slide. I'm going to follow it, but I'm here for some set of people. So that whatever decision that you are going to make today, you are going to follow it through. You are going to see it through. There is money in tech, but there is a learning phase. Don't let them lie to you. If you are not willing to learn, there is a learning phase, there is a serving phase, there is a phase you will serve and not make money. But there is a time will come, the money will open like portals. So don't let anyone lie to you. And the fact that learning tech is also not linear. One of the reasons I want to tell you also, I'm an introvert, a core one. So people who are extroverts have an extra leverage. If you're an introvert, it's like you are minus leverage. Because one, you have zero social skills. So when the topic is saying from grace to grace, it's supposed to be from grass to grace, but they don't want me to feel bad. That's why they gave me from grace to grace. It wasn't from grace to grace. It's from grass to grace. So let me go back to the beginning. So the beginning of my story is I'm from a polygamous home. We have more than 40 children. My dad married more than 10 wives. So I should be number maybe 15 or so. I can't remember. So I don't even know all my family members. So if you are thinking of disadvantage, you don't have enough that I have. Right? I stayed during the war in Modaeke, I think 1996, 1997 or so. I was in Modaeke, I was in the village. So one day I cried and said I was tired because my dad is in Lagos. They took me to Lagos. I stayed with my stepmother. And then I had just one exercise book. So when I finished the exercise book, I will erase it up because she wouldn't buy me books. And when I come back from school, I will fetch water, do all the house chores, and raise all her 3 kids for her. So I had to be picking pen on the road to write because she wouldn't even buy me pen. So if you think you don't have a leverage or you don't have nothing, you still have more than I do. Do you understand? So I stayed with my stepmom, suffering and going through life. Imagine that childhood trauma, right? Then eventually my mom came to Lagos, but still in the polygamous family settings. Eventually we were managing and living through life. Then she brought me up and I became excellent because naturally, you know, sometimes intelligence is genetic. My mom is academically sound. And my dad, so it was genetic. It's just that I didn't have training. That's to let you know that you can be a genius and without training you will be nothing. So when my mom moved to Lagos and started training me, the first term, from last position, I came second. And after the following term, I came first all through till I graduated. So I'm not hyping myself. I'm trying to tell you that I had a lot of, so all those experiences made me have zero self-esteem, no confidence in myself. You know, on Totopito, they not even gave me tribal mark. Can you see it from here? Because I look so good, you can't notice it, but I cried and I felt ashamed of myself for years because I had tribal marks. So I felt I wasn't good enough. So imagine a lot of childhood trauma, childhood bond, and all that. Then on top of having low self-esteem and feeling low about yourself, then you now want to go and study geophysics in Futa, where the lecturers will be telling you that A is for God, B is for them. Then your mark should start from C. So I struggled and eventually graduated with a 2-2. So it's that I don't have any leverage to succeed. No, now, okay, introvert, no family, no friends, zero social skills, no certificate, no skill. So how do I want to make it in life? I didn't have any leverage, because if you're looking at it, you can practically see that. So even me told myself, with my tutu, who will hire me? Nobody can hire me now. So I retorted to being a classroom teacher. Was only 25,000 naira. Because I felt that was what I was good enough for. Do we understand? So, but a turning point will come in your life where you understand that you are more than this. And that's the reason you are here tonight. What am I expecting from us? The turning point, so that tonight will mark a turning point in your life, and you can say, when I came to TechXcellence, I was unsure of what I wanted to do with my life, but from the conference, I knew that this is what I wanted to pursue. Please, graduates, don't say because you don't like your course and fail out. So please, don't fail out. If you don't have leverage and you have passion, leave your passion in your pocket first. Do we understand? What do I mean by that? I'm passionate about this, and this is my purpose. Beautiful. But sometimes you might need to work to raise money to drive that purpose. Some of us, do you understand? It is people who have leverage, people who are who have trust fund, who have people. They can decide to wake up one morning and say, my new purpose or my new passion is to be doing this. There is fund. But if you don't have that leverage, you know that you are going to build from the ground up. So if you are the set of people who don't have leverage but want to build from the ground up, that is because of you I'm here tonight. All right? Sorry. So thank you so much. I want us to appreciate people on the high table. Pardon my manners. I celebrate Rotarian. I'm a Rotarian, and I'm a dual membership, Rotaract and Rotary Club of Estac Town. So I love when I meet Rotarians. I love it when I meet people in the family of Rotary, because one of the things that has helped me also to give me leverage is Rotary. That's one of the things I'm going to be talking about. If you are an introvert, there's some things that you need to go extra mile to be able to lay hold on opportunities. See, for extroverts, they are the life of the party. You see, me, if there is data and there is electricity, if I'm at home for 1 year, I don't feel it. I don't need human being. No, sorry, it's not that I don't need human being. As in, I can exist in myself. How many of us are like that? Just give me data. Let there be food and let there be light. I don't need to, what am I going out? What's outside? What is outside now? What's outside? You are outside. Okay, what's outside? But for people who are extroverts, there is something outside. But for me, when I go outside, I'm drained. I'm tired. I don't need to lift a log of wood. Once I just step out, just coming here, I'm already exhausted. Do you understand? But for extroverts, as they are going out, their battery is charged. They are just starting. 4 a.m., 3 a.m., 2 a.m., low, as in their energy is just starting. I can't stay out that late because my brain has stopped functioning. So you must understand yourself. Okay? So let's them not say that I did not follow slide. Sorry, please, let's go to slide. So I'm not where I want to be. Please get that. I'm not your prototype for at the top, right? But being at the top is relative. Celebrate every moment of success that you have. If you know who I used to be and where I am now. And you know the funny thing is, I'm a very shy and introvert, but I don't have stage fright. I don't know. If it is 1 million people, I can talk. It's the grace of God, it's not man. But I can have difficulty. Let's now start chatting. Put me in the midst of people, I don't know what to say. But I'm learning. I've built that personal skills intentionally. So it's like I have to set reminders to even call my friends. Is that bad? I need to set alarms because I can. It's not that I don't want to call you. I have you in mind. But it looks like work, extra work to call you. So I need to set reminders. I say, call Victor, call this person, just to check up on them. Because I think I read something and they said it was, I think it's childhood trauma that leads to that. So I'm in process of therapy and all that, healing and all that. So it is not a life. Especially if you have childhood trauma, there are some things that maybe you begin to have anger issues. If you have anger issues now, you need to look deep down into yourself. Some of those things are stemmed up from some childhood trauma, and you need healing from it. Do we understand? There are some characters and attitudes that we picked up growing up. We were not trusting people. Do you understand? Not being vulnerable, not always seeing that this person might hurt me, this person might hurt me, and you are always missing opportunities because you always hold back. So I believe that the Lord sent me here to help some people tonight. It's a deliverance session. Some deliverance is not laying of hands, but this is a deliverance session that you are in, because that's what He told me. He told me it's a deliverance session for some people. I don't need to do lay of hands. He says when we speak the word, there is a light. So, and when the word of God goes out, or when the word goes out, it is light. So if it's for you, you already know that word is for you, and then you'll be liberated. So let's go. It says, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. So what does that mean? Like I said, being at the top or being successful is relative, right? TechXcellence success is a success to Mr. Philip and his team. Is that not success? But now he's already aiming for TechXcellence 2.0 for this whole place to be filled up, right? And probably even this place not containing us. At that level, it is also success. So success is not final. Success is relative. And failure is not fatal. What does that mean? Fatal means it is not deadly, that we fail. That's why I said I came today. My life is not the regular plan, prim and proper. You plan, you succeed. The motivational speakers, if you can do it, please give me a rhyme. If you can pursue it, you can. If you see it, you can. Give me now. You know this thing now. Ma, sir? If you can see it, you can achieve it. No, but it is not utterly wrong. Please. Do you understand? It is not. I'm not going to rule it out. I'm just saying that my life is not the prim and proper, but you will notice that those principles happened, but I picked them up. So you might not be completely organized to get to success or to get where you are going to, but at least be moving. So failure is not fatal. When you make some mistake and all, okay, like I said, I'm a digital marketing strategist, but I started my career first as a graphics designer. I was into print and everything. I was doing all these print, promotional items and all that before COVID-19 hit. So, but I was doing digital marketing by the side, but not full-time, social media management like that. But when COVID-19 hit, I knew that I needed to pivot. Why? Because most of the jobs I was even having then was my church, friends of friends. Because I know Sabi sell. I couldn't sell myself. I couldn't even sell my skills. So even my next door neighbor would have printing job and go and give it to somebody, not knowing that I'm a printer, because I've never spoken to the person, only greeting. I've never even asked what's the person's name. Is that, no, you understand now. Introvert, you understand this thing. So imagine how you are leaving money on the table because, even, you know, is that bad that even when your neighbor is coming out, you want to run out because greeting stresses you. So you first run inside the house and let the person pass so that you can come outside and go your way. But you are killing yourself because your next opportunity can be with your neighbor. I'm starting a new job in May. I resigned with NIT. I'm starting a new job. I didn't apply. I didn't put CV. It was a former colleague that just called me that there's an opening in their office. I went for interview. I got the job. I'm resuming next 2 weeks. Do you understand? So your opportunity and that relationship, if I didn't have relationship with the person and the person has not seen what I'm going to do, because if you, do you understand? I could have passed up option, would have given the opportunity to somebody else. So please, it's here and there, but are you picking something? The thing is not the perspire to aspire kind of arrangement, but I'm going to be touching it here and there, right? Tech excellence. Please pardon my manners. Please let me celebrate the moderators, the panelists. Thank you so much for coming. This light is entering my eyes, so it's making me, but I understand that this place needs to be lighted, so it's perfect. So let's go. So number one, embrace your story. Now, why did I write this? Is you already know where you are. You can't change your background right now, right? You can't change your story right now. You can't change anything about it, but you can change the outcome of your life. So forget that I wish my daddy was $10. Yeah, it's only a dream. It cannot happen again. Do you understand? But are you going to be $10 for your children? Is the question you should be asking now. I wish my father was Dangote. It's not happening, right? But are you going to be the Dangote for your kids? Are you going to provide that leverage for them? So are you going to pay the price? Are you going to pay the price required to be that for your children? Because if my mom didn't pay the sacrifice to send me to a private school, I won't be speaking well because I first stayed in the village. But my mom, in all, as being a single mother, she's ensured that she took me to the best secondary school in my area so that at least let me mix with children of the rich small. You understand? We have suffered but she was suffering and she didn't have food to eat. But the sacrifice was that at least let this my daughter mingle. Do you understand? Mingle small. It was not the most expensive, but my school was not average. It was not medium. It was almost for the rich. Do you understand? In our area, we're not staying in Lekki. We're staying in Nalakuko side. If you are counting school that expensive, I think my school should be like number 2 or 3 in Nalakuko. I did not say that I stay in Lekki. Do you understand? But she ensured that I had that leverage. But some of you here might not. Probably even went to a public secondary school. Right? So now, you have embraced that story that you have. Embrace it. You can't change it. So now, where do we go from here is the question. What do you want to do with your life? What does your heart yearn for? What do you love to do? Some of us are, see me, I'm a creative person. I moved from graphics to digital marketing, right? To product marketing, sales funnel, copywriting. I'm also trying to, do you understand? But I know that my end result most likely I'm going to be a management consultant. And a bit, do you understand? There is a burning desire, but there is a roadmap. There are some journeys you need to take to get to where you are going to get to. Some of you might never do anything related to the course that you are doing now. But please finish with flying colors. I beg you in the name of God. So that at least I have leverage. You know what I'm saying? If I had someone, there's some suffering I would not have suffered. It's not that it is the world that suffered me. It's my mindset that suffered me. Because I assumed that because I already had tutu, there was nobody that could hire me. Do you understand? So don't give yourself some level of guilt. Try and finish well. Okay. Let's say 5 more minutes. But have I been able to convince you and not to confuse you? All right, so let me rush. We should do rushing. Next slide, please. So define your goals, right? You want to write it out and make it plain. Write it out and make it plain. I used to be that child who had zero confidence. But right now, I've trained over 1,000 students in social media management, video editing, digital marketing, and all that. It first started during COVID-19. In COVID-19, I trained almost 1,000 people on Canva designing with their smartphone and all that while we were at home. But currently, I've trained over 800 people in social media management, and they're doing successfully fine. Do you understand? So your story, you might have that terrible background. Because me, I love teaching. I enjoy teaching. I can talk from now till tomorrow. I don't get tired. That's my strength. It feels I get full teaching. I enjoy talking. Just carry me, give me mic. Do you understand? And keep talking. But then I'd always known that I was always going to be a speaker and a trainer. But there was a time in my life that I didn't have what it takes. I did not now force myself. So I went through a building process. First, I went through investment process first. Some of you are not willing to invest in your vision. It is from school fees of class, it's from salary of classroom teacher. I saved up money to go and learn digital marketing. I did not have anybody. Some of you can call one uncle. Me, I don't have uncle to call to give me money. I don't have. So some of you need to learn to save. Save to spend to get to where you are going to get to. I'm always paying, I'm always learning, I'm always growing because I don't know it all, right? I'm not where I want to be, but one thing you will never find me do is stop learning and never investing in myself. No, I don't like even getting things for free. I don't like free trainings. I'm sorry. I believe, see, my mentorship program, I tell them, I will collect money from you. If you do all your tasks and assignments, I'll give you back your money. Because I notice Nigerians, when we get free things, we don't take them seriously. And that's to tell you, this week is eviction week. I'm currently mentoring 100 social media managers, and I'm evicting them. At least I've already seen like 20 people I'm going to evict this week. But they filled form, and they signed that they were going to be serious. But life happens, right? So I want to assume that life happens. But for some of you, if you define your goal today, see, you will fall by the wayside though. My life is not completely perfect. It's not that I did not make mistake. Don't take it like that. In fact, I even paid for 100,000 for one business analysis because I heard that business analysis, there is money there. Last year, I just paid 100,000. They give me 3 classes. They only taught me Sibab. After I'm telling them that I don't know business. They teach me from scratch. They collected my money, call me Tibab and tell me to bring $600 for certification. I said, no, that's where we get it wrong. See, we are certificate people. See, in digital marketing, you can have all certificates and you cannot deliver results. You will see people, they'll be packing up certificates together. But when it comes to the real life work, they can't deliver results. So why are you telling me to go and get certification when I cannot, if they give me the job, I can't do the work? So please, I'm not saying certification is not good, but if it will take you to volunteer, if it will take you to intern, if it will take you to offer your services for free, to learn the practical results, or if you are choosing a tech skills, it will require you to offer your service for free. So there is a learning phase, there is a serving phase, and there is an earning phase. See, people who have trust fund can skip the serving phase because their father could be Dangote and just call the $100 to place them. Some of you might not have that leverage. You might need to serve your way to the top. People will crumble on you. People will trample on you. Yes, people will take you for a fool. You will even serve and giving you your best, and they will not recognize your effort. But you know where you are going. Just like Jesus says, do you understand? His eyes was on the prize. So write down your goals today. Do a roadmap. Where will it take me to get there? What are the things I need to do? What are the courses I need to do? Where do I need to serve? Where do I need to volunteer? Do I need to intern to get to where I'm going to go to? Thank you very much.
I didn't even have to tell anybody to keep clapping. Everybody's clapping. It shows that you enjoyed the segment. Did you actually enjoy the segment? Did I shortchange you? Boimbo. Jesus Christ. Was it too short? You are lying. You are lying. Somebody was sleeping there. One person was sleeping. And in my mind, I was saying it in my mind that, and you serious for life. You see this kind of program you will go to vigil for before you come back. Like, let's be very sincere with ourselves. In all sincerity, I must say I really enjoyed that segment as much as everybody enjoyed that segment. Mrs. Blessing, please, thanks so much for that segment. Can you give her a round of applause again? While I was trying to say Miss Blessing, thank you, one of my friends walking, he came in with Agbada and he will pay fine. You will pay fine, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, before now, I was supposed to introduce somebody, but I did not introduce the person. She is as well one of our panelists in the house. She actually is a passionate advocate for digital inclusion and youth development. She leads as president of EDUINNOVATION and currently building a startup called the Digi Writer. She engages in global initiatives and prestigious events like the World Creative Business Cup and the CWM United Nations, having recently been chosen as one of the young leaders to represent Lagos State in Finland, making her a fellow of the Management Institute of Finland. She's very committed to social impact, and it is very evident in our multifaceted leadership roles and accolades. Ladies and gentlemen, can we also give a rousing applause to Miss Bukola Aladeshulu? Hope I am right, ma. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll also be making 2 announcements before we go to the next segment. Please, ladies and gentlemen, I know some of you took pictures outside. Some of you took pictures. One took like 200 pictures because of our village people. So many of you took pictures outside, and we need to make this program trend. So I'll be talking about some hashtags that you are supposed to use to post your pictures on social media. And please do it now. Start doing it now. Because of the fact I know that 68% of you are on your phones as we speak. So here is the hashtag TechXcellence. You know the spelling of TechXcellence. TechXcellence. Hashtag EDUINNOVATION. EDU and innovation. All of us knows the spelling of innovation. If you don't know the spelling of innovation, do like this. If you don't know the spelling of innovation, do like this. Some of you are doing like my friends in school. You will not know anything. Innovation is INNOVATION. EDUINNOVATION. Also, hashtag Spent Academy. At least you should know Spent. We outside gang. Spent Academy. Also use hashtag as like AWS, like, okay. AWSWNG. AWSWNG. And finally, use hashtag Ondo City. Hashtag Ondo City. Use it to post your pictures. If you don't know how to spell Ondo City, they should chase you out of this town. If you can't spell Ondo City, do like this. Auntie, let me not pray for you. And also, in case you have a talent you want to showcase. In case you have a talent you want to showcase. Now, when I mean talent that you want to showcase, I'm not talking about talent you are not sure of that is a talent. I'm not talking about I can sing, but God understands. I'm not talking about that one. I'm not talking about I can dance, but please. I'm not talking about other things that you do that you are not sure about. If you know you have talent that you want to showcase, please see me immediately after I drop this mic. immediately after I drop this mic. Please ensure that you see me. It is very, very important. It is very, very important. So in the next 5 minutes, we will arrange ourselves to the way we are supposed to be. Please, ushers, the way everybody is supposed to sit for their panels, for their workshops, please arrange them that way. Let's do that in the next 5 minutes, please. Let's do that in the next 5 minutes. Ushers, redirect everybody to their seats, please, because we are about to go into the workshops. Okay, thank you.
Okay, TechXcellence. You don't code. TechXcellence. So this is not a regular conference. This is a conference you are going home with something tangible in your mind, in your spirit, in your soul. You are going to be learning something in technology. This is a class that normally some people pay $50, $100 for. In the next 20, 30 minutes, you are going to learn something about, if you want to enter crypto, you don't know how to do it, join the blockchain class. If you want to do programming, but you don't know, you don't even know what it is about, join programming class. If you want to do digital marketing, but you don't understand what it is, join digital marketing. If you want to do data intelligence, AI, data analysis, so just pick where you feel you really want to know what are they even doing in that thing. So that is what this section is about. So please, quickly, in the next 20 to 30 minutes, we are going to have a realistic classes in all these departments. So it is like a one-on-one class with each group. So please just check on the protocols and pick wherever you belong to. Thank you.
As you are doing that, please, there is a brief announcement too. Use one ear to be hearing the announcements. Use the other one to be going to your classes. Please, there is a raffle draw. And here is the thing. If your pictures have the highest engagement, you are getting something. You are getting something. So as you are doing that, please be checking, because we are also checking from our own radar here. Please.
Sound, I believe we'll be able to, thank you very much. This is where I wanted this. We'll be able to work with the sound. And then, number one, I know that I was supposed to be here very early. I had made my itinerary and then planned to be here as early as 10:45. But apparently, you know, a lot of technical challenges also came up. You know, my first ride would not come out, and the second one, we could barely get it down here. All right, so my name is Moses, and it's so nice to be in
the next African or the new African, then part of it is entrepreneurship. Okay, today, you know, my company is worth $3 million, but I remember that 3 years back, I mean, we can't say it was worth anything. Okay, but one of the beautiful things about how much it is worth is that value of what the company is worth now, you know, is how much we can sell the company for now, and that we can make it to our own pocket. Do we understand that? That there was a time that all of my revenue was just 10,000 naira, 5,000 naira, or all of my income was just a little above 100,000 or a million per annum. That there was a time like that, that time don't exist. It's a proof that process exists. Yes or yes? Yes. Good. Now, the very base of what we are able to make Africa become in the next 10, 20, 40, 50 years lies in number one. Second is entrepreneurship. The psychology of entrepreneurship itself, the philosophy behind it, the mentality of an entrepreneur. $1 million. Let me get you right on something. I've kind of like seen an audience before that found it hard to pronounce $1 billion. Can you tell me that you are not that audience? Can you try and pronounce $1 billion? Try. Not million, $1 billion. Good, because the moment you can pronounce it, it ingrains within your system. I'm from Ibadan, and if you know us very well, we like our native tongue so much. Do you understand? But it cannot limit how big I must become, how great I must become. So must it be for you. But between where you are right now and where you want to go to, there is a whole lot of work. And one of the things that makes short that work is entrepreneurship. Look at this entrepreneurship here. The very basic meaning of it is a process of setting up businesses for value. Okay? Very basic meaning. But let me give you another definition around it. When you are able to turn anything into gold, into money, that's entrepreneurship. Anything. That means if you give me a paper right now, just a sheet of paper, I can make money selling a sheet of paper to everybody here and still become the richest man in your country. As a matter of fact, one of the richest persons in Asia sells nylon, polythene. And then one of the richest persons in Nigeria, in Africa, sells salt. Do you understand? Of the richest persons in Europe, in the US, they sell technology, they sell ideas. Good ideas can get you anywhere. Get this right. But good ideas that solve a problem. Hello, are you with me? Now, good. Because after this, I want you to be so good that you're never poor a day again. You never go hungry except you want to fast. Or you want to personally, subscribe to what we call voluntary poverty. How many of you know about voluntary poverty here? Yes, there's something called voluntary poverty. That's the extent where you are rich enough to choose that you want to live poor. Okay? I want you to write it down and circle it somewhere in your book. Voluntary poverty, and go read about it. It was named after Lucius Cincinnatus, a man for which they named Cincinnati in the US after him. Now, why am I saying all of this? Let me tell you something. You can be in your university here and spend 4 or 5 years thinking, deceiving yourself as you are deceiving your parents that you're studying, because at the very end, we all know that your study is not going to get you a good job, not here in Nigeria, not here in Africa, not in next 10 years. Are you getting that right? Because if you're really going to get a good job, you're going to do more than you are doing right here. And that more is in the knowledge you can acquire, how much of becoming you can become. It's beyond the school books. As a matter of fact, most of your school books are teaching you historical records of what is written there. Meanwhile, right now in the world, we're not using what was written in 1956 again now. Get this right, because you can just play the normal game of Naso in B, Naso I B. Okay, let's just manage. So now only you. come to this world, something like that. You can play that normal game and you will play it for 50 years and you'll be rich and wretched and poor and buried in an average grave. But your life should be more than that. Do you agree? Good. Do you agree? You are bigger and better. By December, you should be able to drive down to your house and teach them how to become great, not how to buy a car. Because cars, jets, when it's time and you need it, as I am this morning now, I woke up around, I like to be at my event very, very early. I'm not a latecomer because we always say something. Early is late. Late is completely unacceptable. Late, completely unacceptable. And there's something called African time. It is not our time. I don't know who gave us that. We come early and on time. I got up as early as 8. As early as 6. I had prepared my small car ahead of today, only for flat tire. Please remove the tire, and then the nuts wouldn't come off. But immediately that happened, I told my guys, I said, the other big one that we didn't want to carry before, bring it out, let's take that one. We got down the road, half the road, and there was brake pad failure and all of that. We had to go all the way back. At a point, I'm thinking that the witchcraft in your city is so big that it does not want you to hear what I want to say. Honestly. But I'm here, and I'm bigger than them. Good. Now, consistent exchange of value. Get this right. The bigger the number of persons you can give value to, the bigger you can become. Do you understand? I run Traveler. It's an application, and then it allows you to be able to make money when you are traveling by picking package for somebody else. Do you understand? Anytime you want to travel and you're looking for free payment for your bus, pick a package on Traveler and you make money. But let me tell you something. The extent to how much I can become great and mighty and valued in that because of that company will be dependent on the extent of the number of persons I can serve. That means one day I must have 1 million customers on Traveler. Same thing is applicable to you. Let me tell you something. Any one of you running entrepreneurship here, get this very right. If you don't have 1,000 customers, you have not started. Whether career line or business, unless you have 1,000 minimum customers that you know their name, you have their details, their demography, their geography, unless you have that number and you have those details, you cannot become exceedingly great. Because 1,000 of 200 million people population in Nigeria alone is less than 0.0001%. Do you know 200 million persons? If they are paying you 1,000 naira in a month, multiplied by 12 months, do you know how much that is? That's a whole lot. Or let's say they even pay you 5 naira in 200 million places. Can you multiply that? That's 1 billion. Now let me tell you, the degree to how massive you can become will depend on how many persons you can serve. Okay? And that is the very basics of entrepreneurship. The exchange of value for money, for a profit. See, don't ever in your life play down on money. Oh, how do they say this thing? The money is the root of all evil. Calm down. Calm your nerves down. No, that was not what it was trying to say. Get the details very well. The love of money, not money. The love of it is the root of all evil, not money in itself. So don't demonize money, because your father has not made 1 million naira in his entire lifetime, and you have, sorry, I said your father have not made 100 million in their entire lifetime. You were born in abject poverty, which is normal, but please try out riches. I've always said this. I said you don't have a choice until you have knowledge. Hello? You don't have a choice until you have knowledge. I want you to be able to get to a point in your life you're so rich that you can choose to live poor. That was why I mentioned voluntary poverty before. But right now, you can barely even choose to be rich, because by your nature, naturally, you were born into abject poverty. So what choice do you have yet? So what you have to do now is create another choice for yourself. which will be riches. Now, and that is completely built on knowledge acquisition and work. You have to be able to work as much as possible. The same way I'm telling you that, oh, in 10 years' time, I'll need a jet. Why is that? Because as I'm here by 3 p.m. to speak, I will need to be in Lagos by 9 p.m. to speak. If I drive, 5 hours cannot be enough. So the best thing is to get back to Akure City, get my jet, and be in Lagos. And from there to South Africa. Do you understand why that need then comes up? Unless there is a need for something, great people that have value don't buy it. Because when you buy things that you really need, it's going to bring more money for you. Hello, somebody? Yes. Now, I wanted to show you, see, there's a whole lot I would have loved to show you because it's much, it's big. That's why I said the best thing you can do is jot down everything that I said. Just try and jot it down and go back home to read. If you don't read, you will never benefit from this. But what I said, you will never forget it. Do you understand? Now, I said entrepreneurship as an ideology. You have to have that ideology in your head. The table you serve determines what kind of value comes back to you. If you serve Tony Elumelu, you are going to make the kind of money people that work with him make. If you serve Dangote, you are going to make the kind of money that people that work with him make. If you serve a shoemaker in your neighborhood, you are going to get shoes and spoiled ones or repaired ones. Do you understand? The kind of table you are able to serve determines how much value comes back to you. Hello, somebody? Now, that means that if you really want good money, you have to serve big persons. But big persons start from small things, small persons. You know, serve people around you first. Sell something to your roommates, to your dorm mates. Sell something small first, but grow the value fast. It takes 5 years to build a company to stoop down. It takes 10 years to make it stand a little bit. 40 years to make it unforgettable. Do you understand? So if you calculate those 5, 10 years, 40 years, and those years come very fast. Today you are 35 years old. Yesterday you were just 25. Time flies. And unless you do the right things, you're going to waste it. Hello, somebody? Now, I'm teaching you how in that 5 years time from now, you look back and you'll be so happy at where you are. Because I look back 5 years now, I'm here now, I'm glad where I am, and it's the beginning of mightier things. Do we agree? Now, there's something called the ABC of entrepreneurship. It was shared 2 days ago by Mayan Ogan Famodu. She's the lead at Ingressive Capital. Anytime you are looking for capital and you have done your due diligence very well, you can apply. They can give you as much as $10 million. Now, why are we using dollars? Because that's more like the global value that we can use to communicate with more persons at the same time. And then the value on dollars, the fiat value, is good. Do you understand? We're not using Naira because to mention $10 million in Naira is like a trillion or billions. So it's so, mesmerizing. Now, the ABC of entrepreneurship. Every time you always need a brand new idea. Let me make this simple. How can you be worth $50 million? Good. If you have 10% of a company that is worth $500 million, you will be worth $50 million. Yes or yes? Yes. If you have 10% of a company that is worth how much? $500 million, you will be worth how much? $50 million. Do you understand? By valuation. So you can write it down, valuation somewhere. Now, you always need a good idea, a new idea. Something has to differentiate what you're selling from what everybody else is selling. Or else, it's just the same thing and your market is shared. Do you get that? Then something else is something that can change the entire global world. Not just any idea. She's selling rice, let me sell rice. She's selling beans, let me sell beans. Oh, they have opened a supermarket, let me open the same thing. That one can never make you big. As a matter of fact, I would love to really drill down so much more on knowledge acquisitions. How many of you here have at least 100 books in your personal library? 100 books. Good, doctor, thank you. That's my doctor, I know him very well. Good. Now, let me tell you something. Calculate your age right now, the number of days that you have lived. Now, in days, 10% of those days is the number of books you must have minimum in your personal library. So if you have lived 20,000 days, you must have at least 2,000 books in your personal library if you are going to get anywhere in life at all. Hello. One day I want you to come back to Ondo City and buy the city. Hello, somebody. Buy what? Buy the city. Yes, you can buy the city if you can employ all of us. And yes, sorry, not all of us, all of them. Do you understand? I'm bigger than. Let's leave that for another day. All right, so let's keep going. Now, I said value creation. You must learn to create value at every time. But you can only create the value that looks like you. If you are a designer, a developer, and you're just thinking that you are the biggest developer in Ondo City, my friend, you are a joker. There are more development groups, developers that are working on quantum computing at the same time, and you are working on HTML, which is not even a language in the first place. Are you kidding me? This is bigger than your purview. Do you understand? I need you to work on global stuffs. Somebody said global stuffs. Something big enough that it can buy your great-grandfathers and bring them out from the grave. Do you understand? Something that everybody in the entire world can pay you so much for. But that requires so much knowledge about the entire world. I often mention this person. His name is Peter J. Daniels. He's one of the richest in Australia. He has at least $4 billion in assets. Now, his worldview, 0 to 10, is 3. How much he knows about the world on a scale of 0 to 10 is how much? 3. 3 of 10. And he has assets worth $4 billion. This man has read over 2,000 biographies. If I ask you, on a scale of 0 to 10, what is your own worldview? Hello? What is your worldview? Off scale, bar. Off scale. That shows how much you've read. You've not read. And the very beginning of all of this is you have to read. I'm not even telling you to go and start business immediately. I'm telling you that you have to go back into your room and buy lots of books on entrepreneurship and read them so good, so well, that nothing can stop you. Is that my time? Thank you. How many minutes? Thank you. All right, so that is that about that. Now, people management. You have to be so good in managing people. You can't just talk to anybody anyhow because you don't know who is who. Okay? And then every person that you meet are a potential customer of yours, even your enemy inclusive. Sometimes when you are fundraising, we often say something. You often fundraise from venture capital firms, from family, friends, and fools or foes. That means your enemy must be able to invest in you. You must be so good that you can make your enemy invest in you. Because if your enemy can't invest in you, there's very small chance that you can really be as big as you may want to. Because your enemies may be so much, my dear. Do you understand? Now, people management, the extent to which you can manage people is the extent to which resources can be attracted to you. And let me mention this. Now, your quality of persons will determine the quality of things that can be attracted to you. You will not struggle for anything if you are a quality person. Hello, somebody. The more quality you drive into yourself, the more books you read, the more great tapes you listen to, the more persons you reach out to, you get, and you speak properly to, the more value that comes back to you. Do we get that? So from now on, you must be so good with everybody. That does not mean you should be stupid, but I'm saying be so much of a quality person that you communicate with every person, imagining them to be great persons, not low persons. Do we get that? Now, good. Now, I've said skillfulness in idea management, all of that. Now, ideas, it's great ideas that metamorphosize into income-generating values. Great ideas. And ideas are always built on problems. If you are looking for the next big idea, my dear, go and look for the next big problem. When you solve the next big problem, you will find the next great idea. And that idea can bring you on any seat whatsoever. All right? Now, that will be really all for today. And then one more thing, no matter what you're doing, get this right. If you cannot sell it, it's like you're doing nothing. Distribution is key. Distribution is what? Is key. You must be able to distribute whatever you have created to the vast mass of persons. Travel all around, go places and sell whatever you have created. And as a matter of fact, it's not every time you have to create something new. You can distribute something better than the creator and become richer than the person that created it in the first place. Distribution is a gold mine on its own. Distribution. You can decide to start distributing bottled water and you'll be richer than the company that made the bottled water in the very first place. That is to tell you that you don't have to create it every time. Sometimes what you need to do is distribute. Somebody is in Ondo City making gari very well. Can you package that gari and redistribute such that it's only your gari that is bought in South Africa, that is bought in other West African countries? Do we understand that? Now, that will be all for today. Scaling is important, but don't bother about this yet, because all of this, it's big on its own that you will not get it so much, and then there's no time for that. Now, yes, my name is Ogunati Moses, and then I'm on Instagram. I answer you every time if you message me on Instagram, I'm going to answer you. Any questions you have, you can ask it on Instagram. And as a matter of fact, I'm doing a giveaway for as many of you that download the Traveler app, iPhone and on Android. I'm going to tell the backend guys to give me the new downloads, and then we'll give raffle to the first 5 persons, first 5 random persons. And tomorrow we're coming here for entrepreneurship education for everyone. We'll bring your gift here. I want to see you here tomorrow because we'll be able to then do bigger things. Thank you so much for the time, and I love you.
Where they taught us Ali is a boy. I don't know. People don't understand that. Simbi. Which one did you read again? Ali and Simbi. Yeah, Jewa. You know, there was a time I began to learn Yoruba language, and I was reading Ogun Mimo. Ijakpati Roko Okoyanibu. But it's well, Sha. One day we'll start reading, and it is very important that in this generation you read a lot of books. You read a lot of books. We are progressing, and the representative of the Association for Students Social Welfare in Nigeria is here with us in the building. And he will be here to just talk to us for like a brief 5 minutes. Then we'll go into a panel discussion. And after the panel discussion, we will wind down. And in case you want to stay back for more fun, you will have a lot of fun. So the representative of the Association of Students Social Welfare in Nigeria is here. He's a business entrepreneur, an entrepreneur I respect so much. One of the topmost entrepreneurs I respect here in Ondo State, not just the city. In the person of Mr. Dixon Orishamuyiwa. Please, can you clap for him, please?
See, you and I know, say, since when they try to colonize us for this Africa, we never benefit from any of those countries. You and I know, say, the country where we they benefit from as Nigeria youths, now Canada.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very, very happy to be here this afternoon, and I want to say in these few minutes that I've been seated, I've really learned a lot. And please, can we just put our hands together for Mr. Moses, the last speaker? Please, let's put our hands together for him. One thing that I know is that anytime, these are our tech guys, anytime they speak in a conference like this, the next thing that comes to my mind is Dixon. When will you resign from this, your farming work? I don't know if you understand. Because of the amount or the success that he has discussed with us. But I want us to look at, I'll come to what I'm speaking about. But I'm clapping, and I was asking us to clap for him because of the ideology of his initiative. For those of us that drive when we are traveling, for example, if I'm driving to Lagos, Tofru, I'll buy fuel like 30,000. And you know, I've been thinking that normally you hate picking passengers on the way because you don't know the profile of the person you are going to pick. So that when police stop and they are doing stop and search, the next person is carrying a bow and you just say, I'm Ogbelon, and you just don't know, I don't know, you are an accomplice, the two of you off. But for you, as he was speaking to me, I was reading through I was trying to download the app of Traveler on Google Play Store, and I was reading through what was there. Like you are traveling, and that means I can get a package of like 15K from him to Lagos, and coming back, I can get another package of 15K. So easily I can drive. Then have you ever been at the park? That someone is bringing a load, he's talking to the driver, and the driver is telling you, 4,000 low, and you are looking at a low moto, and you want to pay 5K, just look at it that kilo shalaye, I became basoro. Make you just give me this package now. Make I help you deliver them for Lagos, sharp. Now Lagos are they go, but for fear of unknown, you will not be able to do that. So when he was talking about that initiative, I saw it's the best that you can have around. As students, you are traveling to Akure, just get one package, 1.5. From there, pay 1K, get to where you are going. Problem solved. So it's a really big solution. Please, I give you a thumb up for that. And please, those of you that you are here to download, don't download because of the raffle draw or whatever. Download because of the future. With that app, in a month, if you are a traveler, you can make up to 10-20K freebies. So that means whenever you are traveling, all you just need is yourself. The thief here is taken care of immediately. So please, let's do that. And another thing I've learned today, that sister that was that came with sign. This sign is tech, Abby. These two sign is tech, and like this is youth. So those are about 3 things that I've learned from her today. So I want to speak. I'm speaking on behalf of a friend. You know, when they were starting this whole association for student social welfare in Nigeria, I was just there as a friend, listening to their initiative. But I told them something. That place, I know one of them is I can witness to. I said, you see this idea that you're talking about is even bigger than your discussion here. That idea of student social welfareism is bigger than what they were saying at that time. And if you look at what Tinubu is here today with me, if you look at what the profile Tinubu was bringing up as regards student loan was already on their templates during that discussion. But they never saw it coming. You see, something about ideas that I want us to know today is that's why they said ideas rule the world. When something comes to your mind, don't throw it away. And anytime, anywhere I go to, I say this. I said, note this. There's an idea that you have in mind 5 years ago. You just brush it off that, let's forget about it. 5 years later, you see another person making income from that idea. So you don't have to throw things away when they come to your mind. So Association for Student Social Welfare in Nigeria is just boiled down on how we can take care of the needs of Nigerian students. And like you know, Nigerian problem is like it's like a family problem. You know, our family problem, they differ. Some people in their house, 40 years is when they start making it. Some people in their house, they make it 15 years, and by 40, they die. So everybody has their family problem. Do you know, in all of my life that I've been attending to schools, it was when I started doing 1 or 2 lecturing jobs in Adeyemi that I heard that word, co-hold. How many Adeyemi students do we have here? You know, I don't know the meaning of when they were saying co-hold. So I was teaching entrepreneurship one day. I was telling them, what is that particular problem that you have in this school? So I just said co-hold. So I had to ask one of the students, what's the meaning of co-hold? They said, you will get to my 13, and after getting there, your lecturer will tell you, your student will say, the lecturer is not holding. That it's a common problem. And I said, what are you guys been doing to solve this problem? So when you have a particular problem around you, the solution that you can offer is what will generate income to you. So Association for Nigeria for Student Social Welfare in Nigeria is just based on solving the problem of Nigerian students, ranging from excessive increase in the price of foods. So one of the things we were doing then was to sell food at a cheaper rate. Then even asking you, before now, you know, I tell people, a looter cannot reduce the price, cannot reduce your school fees. So there's nothing you are going to do about it, because the cost of running the school system is so high. So the things you can do about it is look for an alternative. What can we do as a student to generate income to solve some of these things? So that was one of the I think one of the programs we were running then was running skill program for the students in order for them to start learning to hand 1 or 2 skills, and to also create opportunities for students while they are on campus. And one of the things we encourage them is start your enterprise on campus. Don't wait till you graduate. Start on campus. Because when you start your enterprise on campus, what I mean by enterprise is when you start your business while on campus, you have a lot of free people that you can work with you for free. You can get your roommates, your friends, they can do 1 or 2 things for you for free. Another thing also that we're also doing now is looking for partnership home and abroad to see how our students can connect. So please, for you to get more details, because I can't explain everything about the Association for Student Social Welfare in Nigeria,